You are on a journey towards the light that is God, a journey towards the center of the labyrinth and out again, a journey towards God and out again, a journey of receiving and then giving. Walk with expectancy. As you journey, reflect on what you see, hear, think. Expect to discover the wonderful, the fantastic. Open your eyes wide, use your senses. This is no senseless journey. Breathe deeply, relax. Don't rush, savor the moment. Be aware of others. We're traveling together. And focus on moving Godwards. As you move towards the center of the labyrinth, confess and let go of things that hinder your relationship with God. Shed images or projections of yourself so that you can be real with God. Let go of what other people think you should be, their expectations of you, their projections. As you journey, unmask yourself. Peel away the layers. Grow by subtraction. Prepare your inner self, the you of you, to meet with God. At the beginning of time, the earth was in darkness, and we are in darkness. But we shall move towards the warmth and nourishment that is God, our life source. God spoke the Word, and the Word was God, and there was light. God created and keeps on creating. God sees that it is good. God labors to bring life, and gives birth to abundance. It is good. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word was with God in the beginning. Through the Word all things were made. Without the Word nothing was made that has been made. In the Word was life, and that life was the light of men and women. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. The Word became flesh and blood and moved into the neighborhood, full of grace and truth. The world that was in darkness has seen a great light, heralded by a birth star in the dark night sky in Bethlehem. Just as the wise men journeyed onwards towards God by following the star, so we ask you to journey, to press on towards the light of life. Our task is seldom easy. After all, we see through a glass dimly, but we have seen, maybe just glimpsed, the light. And we travel towards the center of the labyrinth as a symbol that we're going after the light of God. As a seed grows towards the light, allow yourself to do the same. Trust the Creator God with your whole self. Acknowledge who you are and who you're becoming. Show your amazing colors. Stand tall. On a journey, we sometimes find ourselves on the open road, plain cruising. Sometimes we have to navigate terrible junctions. Sometimes we're held up. Sometimes the road is wide and clear, and sometimes it narrows almost frighteningly. Sometimes our traveling companions are keeping up with us. Sometimes they've gone on ahead and left us. Sometimes it is they who lag behind. Who are your traveling companions? How much do you value them? What do you like to travel with? When the road gets rough and steep, will you be there to support your friends, your family, those you worship with? Have you stopped to see how far you've come recently? Have you encouraged each other to press on? As you journey through the labyrinth, resolve to encourage those you travel with in faith and life. And remember the beautiful, strange paradox of our faith. We search after God, we travel towards God as pilgrims. And yet God too is with us, as a guide and as a traveller. God hasn't promised an easy ride, but has promised to sustain us. God is faithful. God will not desert you. God is the pulse of the cosmos. God will not let you die. God is love. They will comfort you, 3 in 1. One but not the same, as we are one but not the same. Connected but individual. Apart but together. A part of each other. As you journey, begin to focus on God. God is at the center of the universe, as the sun is at the center of our solar system, the source of all warmth and love and light and life. God pours out into the universe with life-giving light, with love. Experience the love. Feel the warmth. Choose life. Can you receive from God? You may not like accepting and receiving hospitality, yet God, our host, has so much to offer us and give us, all the riches of a relationship. Jesus himself was a guest at a wedding in Cana. We've heard it all before. He turned the water into wine. It's our proof text against Puritans, vintage stuff. Jesus was a guest of humanity, the heavenly host who laid on a harvest of abundance for the world. The Creator, my provider, became the guest of the animals in the stable, the villagers of Nazareth, the religious leaders in the temple, the prostitutes, drunkards, tax collectors. He let us play host, did away with the VIP pass, became one of us, dined at our table, ate the same bread, drank the same wine, everybody having a good time, shared stories, shared our story. When he left the table, he left bread and wine. He himself left, but he left himself. The guest once more became the consummate host. Through all the interference and the static of on-screen culture, God's voice is breaking through the airwaves. Are you receiving me? Are you receiving me? Sound engineers speak of two things, signal and noise. The signal is the meaningful part of a transmission. The noise is all the unwanted stuff that interferes with our ability to hear and understand the signal. Our lives are full of noise, so much information, so many messages, all competing for our attention. We find it hard to find the signal. Take some time to identify the noises around you one by one. Traffic, children playing, dogs barking, the hubbub of life. As you recognize each one, savor it and then place it to one side. What are the noises on the inside? The song you can't get out of your head. Thoughts that won't stop chattering. Nagging worries. Hurt. Anger. Things you have to do tomorrow. Identify them one by one, listen to them, and place them to one side. Let God still the oscilloscope of your soul. Turn the noise off and give you peace. Then listen for his signal. Be still. Quiet. Listen. Still. Be. Take some slow, deep breaths and relax. Begin to let go of the tensions in your body. Feel the pressure and busyness slipping away. As you draw breath, think of how your body is using oxygen. It's being carried to every part of your body. Feel the life it brings. As you exhale, you breathe out carbon dioxide, which you don't need. Trees and plants take this in. They then produce oxygen, which sustains you. You're an integral part of God's mysterious and wonderful creation. In front of you is a pile of stones and a pool of water. Take a stone from the pile. Imagine that all your concerns and worries are held in the stone. Hold the stone tightly and name the concerns and worries in your mind. Hold the stone over the pool of water. In your own time, let it go. Watch your concerns and worries fall. Imagine them falling into God's lap. How does it feel to release them? The world is broken in many ways. Our relationships with others, God, the planet, and ourselves. What hurtful things have been said to you? What hurtful things have been done to you? If you were to write a word or draw a symbol to describe this, what would it be? You might like to draw it now. What hurtful things have you said? What hurtful things have you done? If you were to write a word or draw a symbol to describe them, what would it be? You might like to draw it now. Look at your symbols. Do you want to take them with you? Or do you want to let them go? If we confess our sins, God is faithful and just and will purify us from all unrighteousness. Jesus said, if you let go of the hurtful things people do to you, so God will also let go of the hurtful things you do. This is forgiveness. Think carefully. Are you willing to let go? If you are, then throw the symbols in the bin. Let go of them as God lets go of the hurtful things you do. You are loved. You are free. You are forgiven. In front of you is a map. In the center is a compass. The needle of the compass points directly north. Also on the map are some small magnets, some false norths. Try moving these magnets around the compass, see what happens. The false norths pull the needle away from true north. If God is true north, what are the false norths distracting your focus away from God? As you identify these false norths, move them to the edge of the map. Refocus on true north. Begin to focus on God. This is holy space. God is here. You are welcome. This is your space to be with God, and God's space to be with you. Make yourself at home. Be yourself. Be real. There's no rush. Let God love you. Let God know you. Let God heal you. Let God speak to you. Receive from God. Commune with God. Feed on God.
It's burning incenses are prey. A slow smoke rising is the trace of spirit in the moving air of our souls climb to meet you there. Of all the shapes that might appear out of this holy atmosphere, yours is the sweetest, sharpest form, the one we thought might never come. Dressed in the best of heaven's light, a glimpse of what escapes our sight, the sound of news lost long ago, a secret that we used to know. Can we expect such grace again to open earth's desire for heaven, to bring the life of God to earth, to bring the most high down to earth? Then we will make a holy space
As you journey out of the labyrinth, take your encounter with God with you. Reflect on how this encounter might affect or change you. John says that God became flesh and blood and moved into the neighborhood. Think about how you might allow God to be made flesh in your life and in your neighborhood. Freely, freely you've received. Freely, freely give. Take, eat. Take, out. As we meet with God and receive, think about taking the light out into the world and about what it might illuminate. Even if you're only a bright spark, kindle the life and the light you've received from the heart of the sun. You might even get fired up. You might blaze a trail, stand up for others, seek out injustice, protest on behalf of the innocent, carry a torch for the unloved, demonstrate for love, demonstrate love itself. Mary was also given a challenge. She was asked to carry the word, the pulse of the cosmos within her. She literally carried God into the world. Mary said yes and changed the course of history, took a gamble on the divine, flouted the odds, evened the score with darkness, carried the light of the world and allowed it to shine, so that we might see it and respond. She had a choice, as we have a choice. Choice cuts, sometimes like a sword to the heart. It did for her. Choose carefully. Jesus was no robot. He made agonizing choices, stood up, stood out, and was crucified for it. Look where that got him, they said. It got him all the way to us. You can choose a lifestyle, or you can choose life. The choice, as they say, is yours. So where do we go from here? As the journey seems to be ending, it is only just beginning. We're caught between a world that is passing and a world that is yet to come. A world of the now and the not yet. Someone once spoke of a road less travelled, of a narrow path. Today, we are going on a journey. You created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you, like the psalmist, see someone that is fearfully and wonderfully made? Does what you see make you want to praise or cringe? What do you think Jesus meant when he said to love others as we love ourselves? What is the you of you? Stop to feel your pulse. Life is running through you. Life is a gift of God. Feel your fingertips. Look at the pattern on them. Each is unique. You are unique. You are made in God's image. You are loved by the Creator who is proud of you, the created. Look again at the mirror. Ask God to show you the real you, the you without image, the you that God sees. You are out in space, floating, weightless, calm and secure, seeing things clearer than ever before. Watching the Earth, listening to its uninterrupted stream of noise from the silence of infinite space. From here, there are no visible countries. It's not like a map or a globe. There are no lines for territories, no colors to mark out countries, historical separations, human definitions. Just rock, sea, forest and desert, evolving, eroding, reforming, colliding. Life, death, birth, turning, movements and currents, massive and caught up in the energy of creation. You are looking for signs of ownership, but none are visible. You are looking for clues of permanence, but all is slowly changing. To whom does this all belong? Who has the right to claim its power, plunder its resources? You are out in space, breathless and patient, awestruck and motionless in front of this big blue bright ball, this great glittering God-filled gift, this unbounded blessing you can only call home. In the palm of your hand, you hold a small seed. This seed contains all the information needed to reproduce its own kind. You plant the seed in some soil. As you do so, feel the moist earthiness of the soil. Think of the darkness the seed experiences before it can spring to life. On the brink of creation there is darkness. As you plant the seed, you are participating in one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos. You are co-creating with God. Together, you give birth to life. As the seed grows and flowers, it is a symbol of your love and care of nature, creation, of the planet, of home. Reflect on the web of relationships within which you live. Who are the other people with whom your life is connected? One of the oldest ways of praying we know is lighting a candle. Light a candle and pray for one or more of the people. Give thanks for them. Hold them in prayer before God. In front of you is some sand. You remove your socks and shoes. Tread in the sand to leave your footprints. Step back and look at them. Where you have walked has left an impression. What will be left of us when we've left? When we're gone under, down into darkness, the earth and memory? When our dust and ashes have shaken themselves down and reverted to their original state? Will their miraculous interlude have leaned on history's rudder? What will be left of us when we've left? What traces will we leave? Will the evidence be compelling? What will the surviving witnesses say? How will they know we were here? Will the future be better because of what we did with our present? How many breaths make a life? How long does it take to make a difference? When can I start? What will history say of us when we're history too? What will be left of us when we've left?